Well, hello. I wonder if this will work. I hope it works anyway. G'day. It's Sunday, the 8th of June, 2025, and I'm coming to you live, at least if anyone was watching it, from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Make sure I've got everything on. I did set it, just tinkered with having a trailer come up, so I don't know if that'll work. I'm very reluctant to do anything experimental on YouTube because I've had so many failures, especially with live streams. Just finishing a cigarette here. It is very cold today. I'll start talking, but nobody's here yet, obviously, even though I put a notification the other day on my, what do they call it now? Chat tab on the, well, there's a lot more smoke than it really is. Yeah, not many people respond. So I'll start talking, I guess. I'm having a coffee. It's very cold here today. Not so much temperature. It's about 20 degrees centigrade, which is, looking at, oh no, it's actually more in the office here. It's nearly 22 degrees, which is just a smidge over 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's just, it's windy, it's chilly. I'm rugged up with a couple of layers on here, plus Ugg boots. Hey Gizmo, how you going, mate? Right, I just started. Yeah, it's bloody cold today. I was just saying it's not so much the temperature, really, but it's just a very cold day. Well, it is here anyway. What's it like in your end of town? I have a coffee. I will no doubt have to leave the live stream at some point for another pee because I, go like a horse at the best of times, but with coffee, and that's all I've had all day. Right, it was good to have the chat yesterday again, mate, on the phone. It was awesome. Could have gone longer. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm rubbed up. Maybe Alan from New Zealand will join shortly too. He's very cold there too. Now, New Zealand's cold at the best of times. I know I've been there 17 times in my life. Anyway. Yeah, so good cat fur here. You can always tell a cat owner. Because even when you don't give them a cuddle, which I did, the fur just migrates everywhere. Hey, Alan, yep, there you go. I was just mentioning you. Yeah, it's chilly. I don't know what the temperature is there at Nelson, but it's not that cold here. It's 22 degrees in the office here, but it's just, it's not warming up. I was outside a minute ago before I put the webcam on and standing in the yard in the sun with the magpies, the four of them. Then, of course, Big Eyes the cat decided to come and lay in the middle, and they're always a bit, they come pretty close to her. Oh, okay, full-time, yeah, it's a great place, isn't it? Tell you where I should go back one day is Tasmania. I've only been there twice. Yeah, it's cold for Queenslanders. It's actually colder here at night than Dresden, where Letty is at the moment. It wasn't the case when she was in London last week, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. But of course, it's now our winter and the start of their summer. I had a frost. Okay. Oh, it's like a big fridge here today. We're just not acclimatized to it. Anyhow, we'll get there. Yeah, okay, so I thought I'd better do a live stream. I know I've titled it Update. Look at how the smoke looks like the place is on fire. It's not. Anyway, I'm one of the last smokers left on the planet, I think. But it's just coming across as a good effect. I'll tell you one thing I do know. I was thinking about this before. This webcam, the Osdom or whatever, which I bought pretty sporadically at the time because I had a paid gig coming up that I needed to do. And the, what's the other one? The Kia in the boxes there. Whatever it is. What is it? Hang on. Oh, scoot over here. Razor Keo. Some of you may remember I went through a whole lot of webcams. This was the best one, okay, out of the lot. Better than this one. Trouble is, it prematurely died about, well, just over a year after I had it. And I couldn't find one at the time that I could get really quickly. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it does for web conferencing and things like that, but the other one was better, had a warmer color temperature and probably a bit better sound. I really should spend a little bit of money, it wouldn't be a lot of money, to get an extension cable to use my new Rode shotgun mic for this setup. I mean, most people that live stream reasonably often do have decent gear. It wouldn't take much to do, and the sound would be a lot better. And I have the windows open next to me here at the moment, so there's wind noise as well. So anyway, it'll do. Thought I'd do a live stream a few days before my birthday, which is Thursday. Oh, did you? Okay, sorry, I didn't read the comment. Oh, really? The Lost World of New Zealand. Where's that? Is it? Oh, you got that ad. Oh, good. Well, I won't quite cover the cost of a cable, but or a cigarette. But anyway, you have to do it. You have to do it, I guess. Beats begging on the street. Was that in? I'm guessing Rotorua somewhere. Oh yeah. Well, that's it. You know what, Ellen? I've been thinking lately. I'm not going to bother commenting on people's channels that never comment on mine under the videos. I mean, it only takes a minute, even if it's just a emoticon, you know. So I've started to think that recently. It's always me, no matter who puts out the video, I leave a comment or something, some acknowledgement, and it's rarely reciprocated. And I thought, well, why am I doing that? I'll bump this light up to the highest brightness. Trouble with that is after the live stream, all I do is see a circle for like 30 minutes. Anyway. Ah, okay. Trying to remember where that is. That's I think I've got the basic area. Why is it a lost city? No, what'd you say? Lost world. New Zealand looks like a lost world at most places outside of the cities. Where is the Deer Herd Park? Or Deer Herd Park, I think. Like most places in New Zealand, I have taken photographs there, but very few videos. I didn't have a decent video camera when I was over there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it rings a bell. I would have been through it. Yeah, but the Deer Herd Park was bloody hell. I'm out of touch. What's it now? Anyway, I think it's somewhere, some distance away from Lake Taupo, the mountains. I know they filmed some of Lord of the Rings up there. I went to one of the film sets, not when they were doing it. Yeah, I can see why. Yeah, I absolutely love New Zealand. My number one favourite place in the world, apart from Australia. Yeah, definitely. Yep, that's why I've been there so many times, and I can't wait to get back. I planned to go back last year, and then this year's already half the way through, so yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it looked pretty weird in that video, Al. You must have got some good effects on your laptop or something. My weird look here is not actually synthetic, it's real, unfortunately. Anyway, have some more coffee. Yeah, righto. So thought I'd do a live stream, and the latecomers that will watch the replay, g'day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me, no matter when you join me. I was hoping we'd have more than 2 by now, but there's 3 people watching. So if you can't comment, or if you can, and you're watching, just go over to your chat settings and click live chat, and you'll be able to see what everyone's saying. Or if you're watching this, like most people do, sometime down the track at a replay. Maybe even the next day, you should be able to see the comments. So I thought may as well do a live stream. I did film another video the other day. Have not yet started to edit it apart from synchronize some sound. And we're going to make it a little bit more snappy than normal because, as I was chatting to Gizmo yesterday on the phone about, people they don't stay. People don't have a retention anymore, especially. They just, watch a few seconds. If it doesn't grab their attention or tell them what they've come to search for straight away, they disappear. Except the faithful amongst you, which will pretty well watch anything, which I appreciate. But that's not the reality of YouTube. Most people get bored very quickly and they skip off to something else. Well, that's life, isn't it? Yeah. Did you? Okay. Send me the link. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. A friend of mine in America, I was laying back here, Guy's Pest Solutions. I've always got to get that right. In fact, I was just answering an email to him. He suggested maybe in my situation, given that next month will be 19 years on YouTube, maybe the only way I can change things for the better is to start a new channel. I really don't want to do that, though. I don't think I will, because I have 4 channels. The other 3 I rarely do anything on. Okay, the Deleker channel. I will look that up as soon as I got off the live stream. I dare not touch anything on the computer right now in case I stuff it up. Yeah. Well, that definitely has potential, as you were saying. Yeah. I hadn't heard of a Deleker, as I told you, until your channel, until we started to do the Twisted Visions. And as I told you, I think one of my friends looked at, I did tell you this. She thought, she'd like to get one and go camping. And I showed her some of your videos when she was here visiting. And I pointed out that the standard Deleker is not like yours, Gizmo. Nothing like it. You spend an enormous amount of time and effort on that. But anyway, and as you've told me too, and pretty well, unless you can do most of your own work on it, they're not common at all. Yeah, all right, cool. Anyway, so what did, I wish we had more people coming in to comment. There's 6 people watching, 3 thumbs up, so that's 50%. If the other 3 don't mind hitting the thumbs up. And what did the Beatles say when they did the concert in front of the royal family? For those of you in the front row, clap. And for those of you in the stalls, just rattle your jewellery or something like that. John Lennon was a bit cheeky, wasn't he? Yeah, well, that my Twisted Visions entry about the Bora rings, that took a lot longer than I planned. I thought it would be a simple one to do. Yeah, not. Well, wasn't that it wasn't simple conceptually, because it was. I had done a shorter Bora ring video some years back, not as comprehensive. Which is why, if you didn't notice, my drone footage is from a few years ago. I figured, well, I don't need to reshoot that. Well, of course, when I started to edit, I realised that when I went there a few weeks ago in person, the grass was lovely and green. Back when I filmed the drone stuff, the grass was a bit brownish. Different season. Anyway, probably not many people noticed. That's a bit of movie magic. Obviously, if it was a feature film, yes, you'd go and reshoot it all. But I had a lot of interruptions that week, or just over a week. We had the catch-up, Gizmo, myself, Walkabout with Rob, a whole lot of other people, Adam, Brisbane channel, T-Rocks, Rebecca, Love Life and Travel, Davo the Dalek, and I've forgotten your name. Anyway, I made a short video about that one, if you want to go back a video or 2. And it was a nice little catch-up. Not the sort of place I'd normally go for a catch-up. I thought I'd better dress up a little bit. But I'm a much more formal venue place, so I'd rather just kick back and yeah. So that's probably what we'll do next time. Yeah. No, I'm not going to be 62, Alan. Don't pre-age me. Not quite that number. Definitely, I'm not going to be 22 though, which is probably okay. There's not a lot of things I regret in life. I've often thought this. Would I change many things? Not many things. Not really. The benefit of hindsight, would I do things differently? Some things, mainly relationship stuff, all the relationships I've had. Yes, I'll do things differently. But then you have to go through that path in order to get to where you are, to look back down the hill, so to speak, and go, yeah, I should have been a bit more this or done that a bit differently. But yeah, we don't really have a time machine, do we? Yeah, that's right, Alan. That number. That number. Yeah, not a good number. Anyway, well, we've clocked over another year. But yes, had a lot of interruptions all week making that. So yeah, okay, we met up for the Twisted Visions little member, if you like, gathering at the W Hotel or Hotel W, whichever one it is. That was on a Saturday, and that was actually during that period where you have 10 days to make a video. But I didn't think it'd be a major problem because I still hadn't filmed anything by that stage. And it wasn't that so much. It was just different things like kept interrupting my week. And then I won't go into too many details, but before I finished that, editing that, a mate of mine went to hospital, and a mate of, well, my best friend really of 38 years, didn't go in for that reason, but they found he has liver cancer. So I was devastated, really devastated, and emotionally devastated at that. Oh, trying to cross my legs, not enough room, I'm cramped up here. I won't do that right now. Oh, yeah. You know, I missed a few people. I didn't, Jessica Jane, isn't it? The other one that was there, and of course, T-Rox's wife. I didn't see your wife there. Oh, did she come and go before I got there? Oh, I didn't realise that. Why can't Gizmo come to New Zealand? He can. Him and I might go. We'll go on a boys' long week or something like that. We'll see if there's any yowies in New Zealand. It'd be too cold for yowies there. You'd get the abominable snowman. Which, Alan, you're a little bit like that with your little effects. You could do a snowman one next. Yeah. Yeah, so I was really cut up about that. Anyway, the current situation is they're going to start treatment on him, and well, I guess there's always a chance. It's never a good thing, but because it's early stages, let's hope all will be okay. So, yeah, that kind of threw me a bit too. Anyway, we got there. Yeah, I hope you like the video if you've seen it. Yes, well, normally I'd say so would I go to New Zealand tomorrow, but I think I'll wait till it gets warmer again. I hate the cold. The older I get, the more I hate winter. Yeah. Hey, Craig. Well, now we can start the live stream. Craig's here. Well, is it cold? I haven't had a report from you this morning, Craig. But what's the temperature like there in WA, as in Western Australia, not Washington? Because it's chilly here today. Not so much temperature-wise. It's still around 22 degrees. Unless you're out in the sun, it's warmer. But it's just like, it's windy and just chilly. I'm rugged up here with Ugg boots, and so is Gizmo at the other end of town. So is Alan in New Zealand. He's probably frozen like an icicle now. But anyway, so we'll stand by for your temperature report. See, Alan's frozen. Bit chilly there too. Now there you go. Winter in Australia. It would be pretty nippy in Tasmania too. A mate of mine, actor friend of mine, moved to Tassie about 6 months ago, and I bet he's feeling the cold. All right. Even the coffee's not warming me up. This is probably my 5th or 6th coffee today. I haven't heard from Johnny lately, or Puppy Breath. Anyway, so I filmed a video. I'll edit that this week and probably put it up end of this week coming or on the weekend. Hey, Nick, how are you? Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I am, and I'm being as supportive as I can. And it could have been a lot worse. So, yeah, I'm thankful for that. I was able to breathe a sigh of relief because I couldn't get hold of him for a few days. Turns out he just turned his phone off because he had some issue with it. Anyway, yeah, I feel a bit better and a bit more hopeful. And, yeah, hopefully so is he. Are you saying that to me? Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah. 25,000 subscribers about a week ago. It's now over 25,100 and something. It just depends month by month. Typically, I get between 200 and 500 subscribers a month, but that changes a lot. Sometimes it's less, but yeah. And of course, it's not always about the numbers. In fact, it's not about the numbers. But yeah, I still think, despite our chat, what I was saying yesterday in that vidIQ link I sent you, despite what they say about the algorithm of YouTube, the huge channels like the multi-million subscriber channels will always get seen before any small channels. It's just the way it is. They make more money out of it, so automatically it's okay, we'll put that video. It's business, I guess. So where do you hail from, Nick? Just give me a reminder if we haven't spoken. Are you in Australia? Well, I guess you are in Brisbane. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I went for years, mate, without getting any subscribers. I can look on my analytics and it's flatlined for years. Then suddenly there were a couple, and then yeah, they'll come. And what's that movie where they say build it and they'll come? Was that the one with aliens? I can't remember. Yeah. Well, I wish that was the case, Craig, Queensland favourite YouTuber. Sadly, I don't think it is. Local lad like me. I'm on the west side. 22, yeah, okay. Well, in that case, it's roughly, well, we're at 22 degrees. No, you're 2 hours behind, so probably similar. But at night time, it's been a lot colder than that. I'm looking forward to a hot bath tonight and defrost. Oh, okay. Well, I'm in the suburb right next to that one. And I've done a lot of mogul videos. Okay. Whereabouts out back? My mate, I've got 2 versions of my last, the only trip I've made since my mate moved out towards Tara at Waranga. Big long vlog. The longest is a 1 hour one. We'll get up to some stuff. Yeah. I remember around 20 years ago thinking of buying, was it 20 acres or something? And it was about, out that way, it was $1,000. No, was it? I don't think it was $1,000. No, it was like $500 an acre, I think. Didn't do it because I thought, well, what's the point? Yeah, there's land out there and full of bullhead prickles. Well, I first encountered them at Condamine, where I used to have a girlfriend and a mate many, many years ago. Nasty landmine prickles that go right through your boots. Nasty prickles. But I thought, well, yeah. Anyway, I didn't. I did about 20 years ago buy 3 sections, as they call blocks of land in New Zealand, 2 in the South Island, 1 in the North. And even they cost me money to for rates and things like that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I've been on the Mogul ferry more than once. Yeah, well, and also go back a couple of years. I was waiting for the ferry one day, and there were some kids fishing just near the ramp, and they pulled out a bull shark. It wasn't a big one, but still. Yeah, I wouldn't swim across it. If you saw my video, the little collab, if you want to call it that, Brisbane River, the full journey with those guys the other month. Yeah, I was saying to them, like, yeah, I wouldn't be paddling up the river, especially not in an inflatable. But they started all the way. Well, go back, watch my video. It's a couple of videos ago. It's quite interesting, the journey. It's still going, and they're coming up to the really, what I think is the really interesting part. They only put out a video about once every 4 months on average. But from here, they went, when I met them at Mongol Ferry, they went to Jindalee was the aim, but unfortunately, they had an issue. So next it'll be like continuing towards the mouth of the river slowly. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be kayaking in the Brisbane River. Yes, you have, Craig, out and about. Out and about a few times on the Mongol Ferry. That could be a channel in itself, out and about on the Mongol Ferry. Yeah, it's $2 each way now, which is not incredibly expensive when you consider that when I used to work for the government, I'd often go to work that way in the morning. I don't know what it was. It was never, I was saying 25 years ago when I started, it was never as cheap as $1, maybe $1.60. So it hasn't gone up an enormous amount. So, unlike most things, yo shark. Gizmo and Craig, have you guys met? I know I've spoken about each other to you, each other ish. Anyway, you've already seen Gizmo's Twisted Visions entries when we've done the Twisted Visions. There you go. Puppy Breath, hello, my love. How are you? It must be either early or late over there in America. Oh, that's cool to have you. I wonder where Johnny is. Probably asleep. Yeah, what time is it there? I bet it's not 12:30 in the afternoon there somehow. Okay, I'm just reading some comments here. 50 cents worth of my... Oh, okay. I think there was that 50-cent piece I dropped. Oh, really? I bet they're old bullets. Not too many people shooting there. Howdy, partner. Not too many people shooting there these days. Yes, not too many. Well, since we're being informal, I'll have a cigarette, given that I'm the last remaining smoker on the planet. And I'm very informal. I didn't even bother shaving. And I am wearing Big Eyes' coat, half of her coat on my jumper here, because it's cold. 7:30 in America. Okay, well, that's not too bad. See, Johnny's time is a lot different, I think, in Arkansas, or Arkansas as it's spelled, that area. Gizmo is a shy, yes, he is. All right, we're having some fun. I've been on the news. You've been on the news, Ellen, in America. You get around. Message retracted. I didn't know you could do that. Hang on, can I retract my own video? Let's go back with the Sorry, I'm being stupid. You didn't experience a fault. 2 hours. Well, 9:30, he should be tuning in. It's Saturday night. Mind you, he works a lot, doesn't he? Anyway, well, this is cool. I didn't expect you'd come on live. It's awesome. I was saying I have filmed another video. This is a little quick fix idea. Catering to those that might want the solution. It's not going to be riveting, although I did do something a little bit creative in the final shot. Well, I thought it was creative. And there will be another one I'll film probably tomorrow or sometime. it's a replacement for something. So yeah, not riveting content, but hopefully helpful, which I do once in a while. That's my intention. A daily upload limit. Is there? Is there actually a daily upload limit? What is it? 6 videos or something? Backward speak, yeah. Or a Picasso. What did he say? I picked my painters, see I as them. Words to that effect. Another ad, yes. Yes, keep on watching the ads. I need a new Learjet. I did an outtake. I've been collecting my little outtakes for videos. Not so many this year. Yeah, I was filming outside the garage a little brief shot that'll be in my next video. But the outtake I'll keep till the end of the year when I always go. I wonder how many subscribers I'm going to lose from swearing. But yeah, I said whatever I said. And there was like, I looked up, it's like a Learjet or something, Cessna citation. I've gone, you plane. I didn't use that shot. Anyway, yes, keep on watching the ads. Remember to buy me a coffee in the links or whatever. Yep. Remember, it's my birthday this Thursday. You can buy me a coffee or two. Those that already have, don't bother. But at least give the video a like, because apparently the algorithm likes that. Yes. I'm just like Casey Neistat, only in Australia. And not as famous. And nothing like him. And a bit older. I'm not sure how much older. He's not young. I'm thankful we get... Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, no worries. Have you been to that one? I lived here for years without realising it was like a kilometre away as the drone flies. A little thing too, anyone that's going, oh, you're not supposed to fly the drone around. No, that was a different shot. Okay, movie magic. I didn't fly it from here to there because A, the reason I'm not a commercial airline pilot is I couldn't work out where the hell I am. And B, I just didn't. But you could, literally. My drone, which is a DJI Mavic Pro, has a range technically of 14 kilometers. So there's 7 there, 7 back. But if you've ever seen the video when I first bought this model, I lost it on my first major trip. And thankfully I was able to find it using the app on my phone, but it took a good bit of searching. And now there's a shopping centre where it actually landed, force landed itself. So who's going? Hang on. All right, Gizmo. Cheers, mate. We'll have another chat on the phone soon. Have a great day. And anyone that hasn't seen it, go and check out Gizmo's video on the in his area about the seaplanes, because I did not know that, and I was born in Brisbane. So very interesting. It's amazing. Things happen that you don't know about, like the Bora ring. Yeah, no, I won't be 70, Alan. I'm not going to swear. This is not an outtake video, but no, I won't be 70. I'm already getting old enough without having artificial numbers. Oh, yeah. No, well, it's actually my mate that's come down with that thing I mentioned, ailment that put me onto that well, not many, I'm not 70, but decades ago when we went to a place like that. Not a Bora ring, but an Aboriginal heritage place. Well, it was part of a river, actually. Yeah, so I've always remembered that. But as I said, I mean, be respectful. I mean, people don't have to believe in the beliefs, for want of a better word, or protocol, but yeah, why not follow it? I mean, I'm not religious, but I've been to huge churches and religious places in different parts of the world and follow the protocol. Like, if they say no shoes, you wear no shoes. Temples and things like that. And yeah, plus you do get, if you tune into the spirituality, yeah, you do get a sense of what's right and not. Well, I do anyway. Yes, I'm a pup. That's right. I'm a pup that's a bit chilly, despite the cold coffee I'm now drinking. See, I don't get enough people buying me coffee, so I've got to drink cold stuff. Yeah, but no, that is very good that he the Bora ring. That is literally no joke. It wasn't for the video. I've never entered it before. I always thought, I shouldn't do it, but I thought, well, yeah, if you're respectful. Obviously, the Muggle society that looks after it, they obviously go in there to mow it. So, yeah, there you go. It's not a do not trespass place. Very sad. Yeah, $1 will do. Very sad though. As I said, that they built on the other adjoining Bora ring. But that's what happens, isn't it? There's a lot of historical places that get housing put on them, or shopping centres, or car parks. Yeah, it's really got history of car parks, especially if you chop a reed. Yeah, well, that's good. No problem. I mean, however people want to live their life is fine by me, as long as they're not hurting other people. There's too much hurt in the world. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think Craig's joking, Ellen, by the way. I think, like me, if Craig went to a church, the church would collapse. In fact, not making light of it, but the earthquakes in Christchurch years ago, we had just come back from Christchurch about a week before that, and we went into that little church, which sadly the steeple and everything collapsed. So, yeah, it shows I shouldn't go into churches. Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, 8 people watching. Why aren't there 8 people in chat? If you're watching on a TV or something and can't chat, feel free to come onto your computer or your phone and enable, just click the little thing, join in on the chat. The more the merrier. And you can hear my squeaky office chair. That's not squeaking, yeah? Right. Yeah, that'd be right, Craig. Okay, only you. You and Johnny, actually. And maybe a few other million people. Oh, 1 like. Okay, well, I see 7 on my monitor. So, okay, we're nearly at the like for like, as they say. Yes, please hit the like button. You can even do this one. What's this one do? No, I can do that. Hey. Oh, I can send myself the love heart. Alan loves love hearts. When he does a live stream, always do a love heart. Don't you, Alan? The Sunday session, having a drink. So what would you call it? I tried to have a drink the other 2 weeks ago. The night I found out about my mate's liver cancer. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a drink for him. And I've got this scotch, I think it's Dewar's, that a friend at the time, easily 20 years ago at their birthday, gave me as a present. And it was 8-year-old scotch then. So it's now at least 28 years old. Tried to take the cap off, and I don't know what I'm going to do about it. It's like the insert of the cap, which I didn't know they had, is stuck to the glass. And I tried carefully with some pliers, couldn't do it. So I don't know what to do. I didn't want to break it. But yeah, so I couldn't have a drink of scotch. No, well, I didn't go out to get anything. I was just home, and I thought, because I'd been to the hospital and visited him, and I thought, I'll have a drink. So one of the only drinks I've got left in the cupboard. So I used to buy duty-free alcohol whenever we'd fly internationally, only because it's cheap. So I had some Kahlua. I thought, well, I'll have some Kahlua and milk. And it is easily 20 years old as well, I reckon, because there was literally zero taste of alcohol. So I think all the alcohol's evaporated. It was essentially probably water and milk. Yeah, that's right. I'm 100. My Facebook, actually, I said that many years ago. My date of birth was like, yeah, I think every year I'm like 140. I can't edit it anyway, and yeah, I did it for a joke. Yeah, really, Bundaberg Peach. Okay, haven't been to Bundaberg since I was. Oh no, hang on, I went up there. Was I 30? Did go up there once. Mum lived at Harvey Bay, and I'd just moved back from Canberra. I lived in Canberra for nearly a year. Went up. I think I went to Bundy. Yeah. No, we took Mum up. I think. Prior to that, went up there to the Hummock Lookout, and I don't think I was still a teenager. I had a little Hillman imp. It broke down following my cousin. It broke down at Landsborough. I think that was that trip. Maybe not. Well, I don't normally drink. I was on Guinness for a while and then suddenly stopped, which was good because I didn't want to turn into an alcoholic. So prior to that, normally, apart from after Mum died, I did drink for a while at night, Scotch usually, and I used to get plastered a lot of nights, and kind of lost an acquaintance I had through social media. Probably said a bit more than I should have, and for some reason I lost another female friend too, and I don't think I said anything untoward. In fact, she stayed here one night when we had it was probably one of my birthday parties. She was a hostess. I never know. It's like maybe I'm not the only person, but you have different friends or acquaintances in life, and suddenly they just vanish, and you never find out what happened. I've had a few like that. I'm pretty sure it wasn't my underarm deodorant. I mean, don't shove their head under there. So, yeah, I'm the type of person that always likes to try and repair something if there's a rift or you think, well, what's going on? I'm always the idiot that makes the first move towards peace. So I'm the peacemaker. But sometimes it doesn't help. You still, you just never really know what happened. And I guess that's their issue, not mine. Big dog. Oh, g'day, Bob. How are you, mate? Hope you're keeping warm. It's actually not as chilly here at the moment. Maybe it is warming up slowly. It's 1:45 in the afternoon in Brisbane. It was quite nippy before. I'm not going to take off my tracksuit and, well, not tracksuit, tracky dacks as they call them, long pants, Ugg boots. I can't wriggle around. I've in the corner here because I don't want you to see the mess in the back. Ugg boots. Very good Ugg boots, actually. I spent a lot of time, made in Australia. The emus, I think. Emu Uggs. Oh, you can read that. Can you? Focus. No, faded a bit. Oh, Ugg. Oh, there you go. I spent a lot of time because I literally want good quality for things like that. These are very good. Not the only brand I've had, but these are extremely good. Very, very well lasting. They weren't cheap, put it that way. I think they were like $200. But they're also not Chinese crap that falls apart. And I contemplated when I went out for lunch yesterday, is it cold enough to wear boots? I'm glad I didn't because I ended up hot. So I actually put the aircon on the way home. Yeah, they are lovely and warm. I might kick them off later. When I'm finished the live stream, I'll probably have yet another coffee, sit out on the deck. I promised the magpies I'd go back out there because they're out there before on the grass with me and big guys. And they were going, oh, what about small crackers? I went, no, I've got to do a live stream. I'll come back later. And I went, okay. So Oh, I was telling Gizmo, who's now gone, when I was chatting to him on the phone yesterday, I said, I'll tell you two things actually, if you're interested. I wish that I happened to have a camera on me at the time, because yesterday afternoon, you've probably seen some of the videos I've done with cockatoos that call in, which don't call in very often anymore because I'm not game to like entice them. After the last one, there was like 24 cockatoos like everywhere, like words got around. But I went out yesterday, and the sun was just in the right place. They weren't in the distance like one of the YouTube shorts I did down at the park or something, a mile or two away. They went like squadrons of hundreds, and they weren't far away. And I thought, wow, they would have been good to catch on video. But I always say there's some insane cockatoos amongst them. I think most Australians would know what cockatoos are like. You get the odd mentally defective one, let's say. They're probably not. I just like to laugh about things. But you get a cockatoo who'll go, ah! And he starts off, there's others in the group who will only go, ah! And you think, no, you don't need to do that. The rest are just going, ah, 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 ah. But you get the odd ones, and they're, ah! It reminds me of a place I used to work. And that was just the staff, let alone the clients. Toby the magpie. My favourite is Bumpy. I've done a lot of magpie videos. And my favourite is Bumpy. Actually, it's a she, but she's the kids. Mum and Dad haven't so far had another lot of babies, but I did think a week ago, is Pie, the female I call, is she pregnant again? Because she came out and she looked like the size of an aircraft carrier. But I don't think she was. Maybe she was just cold. Maybe she just had a jumper on. So we'll see. Oh yeah. Well, sadly my rainbow lorikeet died a few months ago. It was Bobo, I called him. But she turned out it was she, because she laid an egg a month. She laid 2 eggs a month before she died. And I think really that took such a toll on her system that that was the end for her. But all this time I assumed it was a he. Well, apparently not. And a few years before that, probably easily 4 or 5 years ago, there was Bird, who was a scaly-breasted lorikeet. And he was a bit like the cockatoos, totally mental, but entertaining as hell. He was so entertaining. I don't know how his brains didn't fall out of his ears, because he just so fast he'd bob up and down his head. Mental. He was so cool. I mean, he got a bit wild, but in the beginning, when he adopted me, we used to take him out for a fly, and he'd go on his back, and you got to put your finger there, and he'd grab on with your feet. He wanted you to push him around on the carpet. No joke. Something I should have videoed back then, but I wasn't really into videoing everything on YouTube. I'm still not. But yeah, he was pretty cool. Yeah. So I love birds. They're awesome creatures. Most animals I am quite fond of, but yeah. What was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, another thing happened yesterday afternoon. From around 4:30 in the afternoon, I almost grabbed my phone and made a YouTube short. I doubt it'll happen again today. If it does, I might do it. I was sitting out in Studio A, as Craig called it originally, and having a coffee, as you do. And I heard this like hammering, and I thought, what are they hammering across the street? What are they this time of day? Building or hammering something? I kept going. I ended up coming to the front of the house, and I realized there's a leopard tree out front. It has these big seed pods, big hard seed pods. And there's like, must have, over the course of half an hour, hundreds of seed pods decided to randomly fall yesterday onto the roof. And they're heavy when they fall from a height. So it's like bang, 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 bang. I went, this is weird. And I even like poked my head out, and one nearly hit me in the face. I went, well, look at this. Yeah, weird. Strange. that, like I say, it probably won't happen today. They just decided that that was the correct time to start falling on the one day. Of course, they're, I don't know if they're deciduous trees. They just don't match, like you'd think autumn or fall in America is where all the leaves fall. Not necessarily, no. And the liquid amber tree, it's the same. You'd think that no, they just choose their own time when they decide to drop all the leaves at once. So one minute your grass is nice and green on your lawn, and next minute covered in leaves. I mean, I just mulch them up if I'm mowing, but yeah, I'm not big on breaking things up. Killer seed pods, I tell you what, I tell you what. If it happens again, I'll film it, but I doubt it because I've heard none drop today. I think they're probably all over the driveway and front lawn. Yeah, so that's going to be an issue for someone. My friend Gary, I haven't seen him for ages. His dog Popeye, when he's brought Popeye over here, Popeye likes to go and hunt these things and come back and chew on them, and he eats them like, yeah, that's funny. So I probably should get on to Gary and say, can you bring Popeye over to eat all these seed pods? There's thousands of them. I think it affects his poo a little bit. But anyway, I'm talking about the dog, not Gary. Gary doesn't eat seed pods. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. What next? I'll edit this video again. It's probably going to be a lot more complicated to try and make it a bit more pacey. I realise, as I was saying to Gizmo, a lot of my older videos especially, I realise I waste too much time waffling on at the beginning, and you really got to get right into it. And I know people that still make videos that way. It's just the reality. I mean, you guys sitting here watching now do not typify the way most YouTube audiences watch videos per se, because we're just sitting here having a chat. But if you go onto YouTube, I want to find out how to change a car tire, you want to see it straight away. You don't want someone like me. Well, once upon a time, Dunlop invented the commercial tire. They don't give it, what? They don't care. They just want to get the answer. And then they leave, sadly. So the idea is to get people to watch as long as you can, but be entertained. And ultimately, as I hopefully do in the bulk of my videos, at the end of my video, if you've stayed, if you subconsciously think, yeah, that was fun or interesting, or I learned something from that, or because your time is valuable, and my time is valuable in making the videos to hopefully entertain or please you in some way. And there's nothing worse than watching a video going, well, there's 30 minutes, I'll never get back. Yeah, absolutely. I was saying that to Gizmo. People, especially these days, they're on the phone, flick, flick, flick. I don't think they even consciously half the time realize what they're doing, especially younger people, but not limited to younger people. They're just constantly, like, so much different social media platforms around that they're just constantly scrolling through it. I've been on Facebook for years. I don't spend much time on it. I mainly use it for Messenger, as Craig could tell you. Keeping up to date on a daily basis, usually. Isn't that right, Craig? But I have a look around there, but people put things up and I miss them. It's only if I open Facebook and happen to see, blah blah's having a barbecue. Okay, cool. Otherwise, I don't know unless I'm told about it. Because you simply can't, everyone that you know or sort of know, even if it's just online, you can't keep up. Like, you'd be there for more hours than the day has. You just can't do it. I can't. And of course, there's so much crap that people post anyway, myself included. I mainly just share a video to thing, or if there's a memory comes up, put it up there, or might put something I think's a bit amusing, or a picture, a nice picture. Oh, look, nice sunset here, or whatever. But people put up things, here's a cake I made, or I'm out having this cake. Now, you might like it, Puppy Breath, but yeah, I don't think everyone wants to see what someone's eating. I used to be a lot worse at that, as I was told years ago. Now I don't post, I'm here having coffee, because nobody gives a shit, do they? Yeah. Plus, how many people do you know in this day and age will do a live stream having a cigarette? Not many. So when YouTube doesn't ban smoking, they're so woke at everything else. Yeah. So I am seeing this bright circle in front of my eyes. Yeah, and as I said earlier, the Razer Kiyo Pro webcam was a better camera. It had warmer skin tones. I'm just looking at this on my monitor on the computer. I'm very pale. I'm actually got more colour in me than that. Maybe not a lot, but I've got some. And the worst about this is it doesn't filter out all my wrinkles. Bugger. If you want to go right back in my history of 19 years on YouTube next month, you'll see less lines in my face. And you'll also see me at a much diminished dimension as well. Another thing that's not good. Fact, absolutely. Oh, look, I can do a little ghost icon. Click on there and go, oh, scary, scary, oh, mini lights. Sorry, I've been silly. Why hasn't this coffee heated itself up? That's it. Well, more to the point, why haven't I yet had to go for a pee? That's strange in itself. I haven't eaten. I've had at least 5 cups of coffee now. I guarantee that's where I would be going when I end the live stream. Yeah, so. All right. Well, does anyone want to talk about anything, or will I start wrapping up the stream? It's 57 minutes in. Any questions or comments about any videos I've made or anything? No, that's it. Nothing. No. Okay, so if you're watching the replay of this, hopefully it'll be long enough that you can also enable the comments, because they typically take 12 or more hours for YouTube to process. Normally you can watch the playback, at least in lower quality, for a while, not too long after the video has ended, but you can't actually read the comments until at least half a day later, typically. So, yeah. So everyone's gone quiet. Well, that's life, isn't it? I don't think there's anything else I was going to say. Like when I make videos, it probably is. Actually, I was just thinking to myself, I was thinking, Steve, you know what? Well, it's quite weird that someone will sit here and not verbally talk to someone else, like not hear a verbal response. It takes something to do live streams, really, to stare into this middle there, which you never do when you're acting, by the way. It's called the fourth wall, unless it's a comedy, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess you call it dedication, Puppy Breath. 19 years, I think I've wasted like a third of my life, a third of my life, if you slice it up, making YouTube videos, especially the last 10 years. Smoking on the job, yeah, why not? Good to do something, and I'm not grabbing any alcohol, so too sick to type. Oh, how you going, mate? Haven't heard from you for ages. Oh, that's no good. Sorry to hear that. Hope you get better soon. Like blue screen acting, yeah, or green screen. Yeah, I've been wondering where you were, Russell. Haven't heard peep from you for ages. Yeah, definitely feel better, mate. I don't think I've had comments on my videos from you for ages. Still making videos, not as many as I did once, but still making them, and I probably still will. I guess that's the reality. I've thought many times of stopping, but I thought, well, why? But yeah, I'm not sticking to a rigid schedule. Like for a long time, felt obliged, or that it would be in my best interest to make at least one video per week. Not so much anymore. A lot of people don't see my YouTube shorts, the vertical ones, which I've always been in two minds about. They kind of have sort of decent amount of views these days. Mostly I use them as a little catch-up between videos, just showing you what's happening here. But anyway, sadly, not everyone watches YouTube Shorts. Even more sadly, universally, I think most people watch Shorts versus longer videos. As Puppy Breath said, they don't have the attention span. I had one negative comment on my Twisted Visions entry, the last video that's current, about the boar rings. Some guy said, what did he say? Too much BS for me, I'm out of here. And I replied, I didn't hear a response. I said, what was the bullshit? Never heard. There you go. That's in front of my goldfish, do you? Yeah. Okay, I'll have to check that out, Bob. I'm glad you didn't say you dance naked in front of me. I wouldn't check that out. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I tried to be. As people that have met me in real life know for a fact, what you see is what you get. This is not a facade. This is not an act. If it was an act, I assure you I'd probably act a bit better than I am. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we all go through some of that in different forms at times, don't we? It's never good. But thankfully, most of us get through it. We don't always get through it unscathed, but we get through it somehow. So I do hope you feel better soon. Okay, well, I guess we'll wind it up then. I don't have anything on today, just a little bit of housework. Well, I do have a jumper on and Ugg boots. And I'm starting to think that all the coffee I've had today should probably make an exit shortly. There's so much you can show on YouTube, and there's some stuff you shouldn't. That's one thing that I won't show on YouTube. Although maybe if I made a channel about it, you'd probably get some weird people would subscribe. Probably not the sort of subscribers I typically would. Okay. Well, all right, last chance. Anyone want to say anything before I go? I figure I'll make one live stream per month on average. As I said, I really should invest a few dollars in buying a cable and trying to get a decent bit of sound, but it is pretty rare. Yes, puppy breath. It is pretty rare that I live stream. I don't mind doing them, but I've all but given up trying to do them on my phone outside after a series of failed events where I did a few, and when for some reason it was on private. Yeah, okay, not really. Yeah, well, you give me a call later if you want, Craig, and we'll have a chat if you're not going out or anything, which you probably are. What is today? Oh, today's Sunday. Yeah, that's right. We've already had a Saturday, and I went out and got fish and did some shopping. Oh, so you're sick too? Did Russell make you sick? Oh, my next video idea, I've already shot it. I'm just going to edit it. Maybe Letty gave it to you as she flew over, going to Europe, because she landed in the UK, as I told you, and next day she was sick. She went to Denmark to visit her son Alex, made them sick, and currently she's in Dresden. So I imagine all of Dresden's going to get sick shortly. I said, so long as you don't bring it home to me. I had the option of going, but I decided Europe's way too far away from me. And yeah, that's too long. I think 3 weeks is the longest I've been overseas, something like that. couldn't wait to get home. Everything, well, let's face it, you've seen the view. It's what they call the $1 million view. I don't need to go anywhere else. I've been to most places that I really wanted to go. I mean, yeah, as I've been saying to some people, if what they said in the 50s, which was before my time, by the way, Alan, long before my time, but in 10 years' time, you'll be able to fly anywhere around the world in an hour. If that was true, yeah, sure. There's places I'd visit in the world out of curiosity, but I don't want to spend weeks and weeks there. No. I mean, everything's here at home. Like the benefit of living in Europe or say the UK, which would be the only benefit, certainly not the weather, is that there's a lot of countries it doesn't take long to get to. Our version in Australia, I guess we've got the Pacific Islands. I mean, it's not an incredibly long time to fly, or even Asia. And I've seen a fair bit of Asia, different countries. Quite like the experience. But yeah, I don't think I'll go to Europe. Furthest I've been is Hawaii. That was a long flight. I loved it. I wouldn't mind going back to Hawaii. Yeah, there's not a lot of countries in Europe that are. And as Letty said, she is right. And she was right, 3 years ago when she went overseas. Okay. Well, my sister only went overseas a few years ago to New Zealand that was her first overseas trip. We've got a lot of good things to see in Australia. Every country's got some good things to see. But yeah, as Letty said, she walks everywhere. I couldn't do it even in I wouldn't want to do it when I was in my fittest years. But yeah, certainly with my spinal issues and skeletal issues and everything else, I'd just be in pain. So that would take away some of the fun. Anyway. And there's the great benefit of YouTube, as I'm sure you'll all agree. You can see everywhere in the world on YouTube. You don't have to go there. Yeah, it's not the same, but it's close enough, I think. And some places I wouldn't want to be in person. Funnily enough, I always thought under normal circumstances, I wouldn't mind having a look around Russia. But that's not going to happen. That's also too far away. I hope they sort that all out. You all know what I mean. I hope it's all over with soon. I just can't understand the world why everyone wants to be at war. And I'm talking politically, governments, not the individual people. I don't think many people want it. Yeah. You've had 3 ads. No, I refuse to pay for ad-free as well, especially, finally, reluctantly, we've got Amazon Prime. Reluctantly, just a month ago, we paid an extra few dollars, I think $3 a month, to be ad-free, because we didn't sign up for ads. They just introduced them. And Prime isn't the only one. I think most of them do it now, which sucks. There's nothing worse. First, sit through a minute or 2 of ads before the movie. And then in the middle of the movie, another 2-minute break. Forget it. The whole benefit of paying for a streaming service is you want uninterrupted. But YouTube is, with the YouTube Red, it's expensive. No, I won't pay for ad-free. No way. I mean, they are annoying. I'm sorry. I could have disabled monetization for this. Maybe I should have. I normally do. Oh, really? Okay. That's interesting. I'd like to know what that hack is. Feel free to send me an email. It's in my description there. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, sad reality, ads. The sadder part is we only get a tiny, tiny fraction of ads. So, I mean, I joke about it paying for a cup of coffee. It doesn't. I'm sure we get like 1,000th of a cent per ad. There is no hard and fast rule. It's quite complex. But yeah, certainly don't get much. So when you're a creator, if you're monetized, it really does rely on just the volume of people, and you get a little tiny share. YouTube tries to say you get something like 50%. Complete. Yeah. Could you read my lips then? Complete rubbish. Complete rubbish. Then again, far be it from me to say that Google lies. Yeah, far be it. Especially when they took away ad revenue I earned, which was about $300 2 years ago when they suddenly demonetized me. And I had to work my ass off to get it back. And I wasn't the only one. They said reuse content. 99.9% of my nearly 1,200 videos on YouTube are fully my own creation. Never found out why. But I'd already earned that ad revenue, right? Here's my point. And they kept it. That's like you've done a service for someone, they owe you money, but in YouTube's case, no, that's it. So, yeah. Good luck finding your lawyer and the money to take someone like Google to court. Yeah. So, is everyone ethical? No. Anyway. And I've said it before, I am thankful that YouTube exists. I love YouTube. It is handy. I even watch YouTube usually after I've watched a movie. It's brilliant. It's outstanding. You can watch it for free. And as a creator, you can put any crap you want online. The idea is not to put crap, but it happens. I've done it. And when I say that, not cinema quality productions, but even this is a live stream, okay? I don't have to pay to live stream. I don't have to pay to upload videos. So I'm not complaining. It's a good system, but I think they should pay creators a bit more, given how much money they make. And you remember that Google, I was talking to a friend the other day, Google Maps, Google Earth, you can pretty well see anywhere on the planet from Street View or from space. Yeah, the money to do that is incredible. So they're not a small company. I think I mentioned once, where was it in Asia? Was it Korea? Somewhere we were, I think we were driving. I think we were on a bus. And literally, I couldn't tell you how many, maybe 100 acres or more. We went past a Google, one of the many, many Google places. I don't know if it was full of servers or what. As far as you could see, it was Google building. Yeah, they've got a bit of money. I think they could share it a bit more fairly. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's theft as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so, yeah, double standards. Okay, I'll wind it up then, folks. It's been really nice to catch up with you guys. And also a special g'day to you that watch the replay, because I know people will, maybe not many, but some people will. Yeah, and hopefully by the time you watch, you'll be able to read the chat so you'll know what I'm referring to. It's been enjoyable, and I will see you all soon. As I said, probably at the end of the week or next weekend, I haven't decided. See how much editing I need to do to try and streamline the topic. Try not to waffle too much. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Probably won't be of great interest to most of you. However, it may apply to most of you. Maybe. Or may not apply to most of you. But you'll see. I won't give it away totally. Anyway. Yep, you have a good Sunday too. Thank you, Nick, for joining. SM, oh, hey, I just noticed. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, SM. It's funny, same initials as me, actually. Oh, yeah. I really appreciate that sentiment. Always love to hear my voice. Well, I think my voice used to be better, but anyway. Yeah, I'd like to know who you are. Very ambiguous, SM. At least I say I'm Steve Mack. Anyway, hey, you can always leave a comment under one of my videos. That applies to all of you. have a great day and night. If you're cold like I've been, it's not as chilly, but still nippy. I don't think, well, I don't know, it might warm up a little bit more. I may end up in shorts and t-shirts for a little while and then rug up again. But I am looking forward to a nice hot bath tonight. So I say, cheers, everyone. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining in. It's been brilliant. And yeah, as I said, for those that watch the replay, thanks for watching. Sorry you couldn't make it live, but nevertheless, you're here. All right, you too, buddy. I'll chat to you later. I'll be around anyway. May have a nap later on. Didn't quite get the mandated quotient of sleep that I can really tick by on, but yeah, got enough maybe. Oh, I might have a top up being a Sunday. Cheers. Yep, absolutely. I'll see you all later. And yeah, remember to catch up on my past videos if you've missed them. Russell, especially, I hope you get well soon. Craig, I hope you don't come down worse with your cold. And I'll bid you all adieu. And I've now got the magic mouse. Can you see a laser there? Laser. I'm now going to mouse over and click the end stream part. And guess what I'm going to do with that? End the stream. All right, yeah, cheers. Well, I'll turn my phone back on. It's off at the moment, so I didn't get calls. See you all later. I'll give you a little wave with my little... There you go, wavy, wavy. Yep, thumbs up to you, Russell. What else can I do? And to the females watching, there's a little love heart just for you girls. All right, cheers. I'll see you soon. Bye. See ya.